All right, all right. Welcome to day 26 of our 8-minute formatting. We are going to be starting the week off again with an 8-minute plank. Our cardio is going to be jumping rope if you don't have a jump rope, or if jumping rope for 8 minutes sounds a little daunting, I'll give you a few different things to do along the way. And then I'm going to use a set of 20-pound weights. You'll need one set for some squats, or one dumbbell, not a set, but one dumbbell for some squats, and then one for a lunge and lift, and then two dumbbells for back flies. But I'll explain all of that again once we get there. All right, so go ahead and start on your hands and knees for me. And then put your big toes together, knees nice and wide. We're going to hinge back into our child's pose. Sit those hips back nice and deep. Spread your arms way out in front. Reach through the fingertips. All right, and then come up to your hands and knees, then curl the toes under and push all the way into a downward facing dog. Spread your fingertips nice and wide and then pedal out your feet, right and left. If a plank doesn't work for you, don't worry about that. You can find another method of core activation. You can do bird dog. That's what we did last week. So head back to that kind of scenario. You'll switch as we switch. Or you can hit up pelvic tuck. So you'd lie on your back and just tuck your pelvis, flexing deep into the core, pushing low back into the ground, activating your glute or your core, not your glutes. Roll through your wrists real quick, and then turn your fingertips to point behind you and stretch through the forearms. You can also do a dead bug. So it's just like a bird dog, except you're lying on your back, extending opposite arm and leg, and pulling your hands and knees together. Concentrated crunches, anything like that. But we are going to hit our 8-minute plank round right now. So starting off with 2 minutes in the front. Elbows down, ready, set, and go. If, as you get started, you need to stop and shift and turn a shoulder or yank to the side, twist a bit, still kind of warming up, feel free. Otherwise, just set into those flexions, grip in deep, hold on tight, and we'll get through our first 2-minute front plank. Flex through those glutes, wrap in through the thighs, push into the elbows, and then pull the elbows back toward your toes. Take nice, even, deep breaths. This may not be your favorite scenario right now, but do your best to think positively. Recognize how much stronger you're getting, how much more able and capable you are, and holding a 2-minute plank in the front here. Make sure your shoulder heads are pretty far forward over your elbow creases. Keep that tailbone tucked under. Flex through the glutes. Press your heels back behind you. Keep your breathing nice and deep. Keep that wrap around your thighs, and then keep tugging that belly button back toward your spine. We have 12 seconds to go. We'll be turning to one side here in a second. 6 seconds to be exact. 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and turn. Find that side plank. We already have 2 minutes down, only 6 minutes to go. We're going to start us off in a 1-minute hold each side. If you need to drop one knee down, that's fine. Or you can take your top leg, cross it over, put your foot on the ground, and that can kind of help support as well. So the goal here is to find those muscles along the obliques, dig in deep, build flex, grow, find that challenge. If you need to take a break, you take it, and then just come back when you're ready. And then slowly over time, you'll need to take less and less and less breaks. 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn to the other side. It's nice to get on that new side. Open up through the chest. Stack the shoulders. Stack those hips. Still flexing through the thighs. Push up out of that elbow and shoulder. Build the heat into the core. You've got it. We've got it. "15 seconds to go. Keep strong through the front of the belly. Keep that push up through the obliques. Envision you have a string pulling your hip up. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Set up that center plank. Our goal is to try to flex and rotate as opposed to coming down and relaxing. But if you need to drop a knee to turn, hit your hips, that's fine. Do it today and then try again next time. Scan the body, check in, notice what you're feeling. "22 seconds left here. "5 seconds. We'll rotate to the side again. 2, 1, and turn. So we only have to hold 30 seconds on our sides this round. Doing great. Use those deep foundational muscles of the core. Starting my sweat. That core temperature builds fast. 3, 2, and 1. Rotate through center to the other side. Oh. Open that chest. Keep the belly solid. Lift through those hips. We have less than 10 seconds. And then we have our last center plank. Ready, set, and turn. 1 minute in center. Flex through those glutes. Hold on tight. We just passed halfway. Keep that push out of the forearms. Flex through the glutes. 10 seconds. Hold on to it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and turn. Lift up through that side. Just 30 seconds each side. We've been planking for over 7 minutes now. Super good work. Four, 3, 2, other side. Whew. Lift up, open that chest. Drive up through those hips. Find flexion through the back. Push the hips forward, stack them up. You've got it. And time. Whew. All right. Stretch back. Give yourself a little break. Okay. I have never, ever jump roped for 8 minutes straight. I'm not planning to today. We are going to be on our jump rope for 8 minutes. However, figuring we're going to take a few breaks here and there. So you just get going, stop whenever you need. Take a second, stretch your calves, stretch your shoulders, find a pace that works for you. I'm not really going to go gung-ho. My goal is just to kind of keep my momentum going and do the best that I can. If jumping rope, if you don't have a jump rope or if it doesn't work for you, you can pretend, or you can just hit some shuffles and then maybe some marches, pitter patter, skips, anything that works for you. And we're on. Get that little hippity hop. Jumping rope, they've been finding super effective for fat loss, so body fat percentage being in a healthier range, for heart rate seems to add up conditioning wise faster than going for a run or a jog. For me, it's just good to cross train, do different things. Plus, I think it's really good just to keep this ability as we age, be able to skip rope. Keep holding that core. Just want to find a nice solid base rate for heart rate. Check in, just notice what the body's feeling. Broaden across the chest and shoulders. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze together. Hopefully your jump rope facilitates the ability to just flick the wrists as opposed to having to swing your arms up and around a lot. If you want, you could switch to a slower revolution and double jump. I was going to say I'm in a rhythm, so I'm just going to keep it, but apparently even though it's a lot on your calves, try to incorporate and find, oh my gosh, where you can get into those thighs as well. Jumping on those toes, but let the heels drop a bit. We just passed halfway. Next time I mess up, I think I'm going to try a little pitter-patter, one toe at a time jump. See how that goes. If jump roping is irritating or frustrating, beats you up, I hope you don't give up. Do your best. Stick with it. Tighten core. Tuck that tailbone. So watch your pelvis. Make sure that you're not starting to get that anterior tilt. All right, there's my mess up. Just under 2 minutes to go. All right, I'm gonna go back. Just keep your pace. Okay, 1 minute left. Woo! We made it. Holy smokes. Not bad, not bad. All right, I guess we don't really need the mat. Okay, grab your 2 weights. You only need 1 to start with. And you're going to do a squat step to start. So you'll hold your weight. Hopefully you're stretching your calves. Squat and step squat. So we're going to do 10 on one side, total. 10 on the other side, total. Then we're going to do a lunge and reach. So it's all about the core. Lunge, flex deep, reach up overhead. So we'll go 10 each side. And then we're going to hold both weights for back flies. Hinging forward, butt back, back flat. Elbows come up, squeeze between the shoulder blades. Okay, starting off with our squat step. Only 5 steps each side. So 1, 2, belly strong, push evenly through the legs. Here's 5. Squat back in center. Now go the other way. 4, 5. Okay, it's adding up. Now we're going to do our squat or our lunge and lift. So you're going to pivot, hinge, belly firm, lift. Pivot, belly, grab through that core. Get a pretty good lunge. Lots of belly action. Eight, line your knee and toe. 10, other way. Pivot, hinge deep, press. 2, 3. Pressing overhead doesn't work. Just curl it and twist. So you don't press, just curl. Belly strong. 5. 9. 10. Lots of middle back. That's where I'm feeling that. It's good. Back flies. Booty back, back flat. Elbows are pulling to get that back. Feel the back burn. Get the work there. 9, 10. Okay. Squat steps. Hold that weight nice and high. Belly locks in. Squat it back. Step it out. 2, 3. So you're feeling more burn in the stable leg. Other side. 3. 5. Okay, we're going to do our lunge and lift. Hold that core. Everything starts from there. Glutes strong, thighs strong. Six. Make sure your neck stays out of it. 8. 9. 10. Other way. Oh, here we go. Come on, brain. I need ya. 2. 5. Catch that belly as you hunker down. Flat, flat back. 7, 8, 9, 10. Back is lit. Love it. All right. Back to those flies. Sink your belly button in. Pull it up tight toward the spinal column. You need it to protect the low back. 8, 9, 10. Oh. All right, check in. Twist through that back. Just under 2 minutes to go. Couple of standing cat-cows. All right, I'm ready. Squat and step. Knees line with toes. Get deep. Push your range. Stick your butt back. Feel the underneath side, other side. 1, 3, 4. Knees pull wide with toes. 5. Alrighty. Pivot, lunge, and lift. Here we go. 4, 5. 7. Notice what you're grabbing with. How are you getting it done? 10. Other side. Lunge and lift. Don't lose it. Don't get sloppy. Telling myself as well. Keep going. That's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, good job. Good work. Always feels good when you get those sets done that you're a little worried about coming in. All right. We're going to face the mat. Start again with that child's pose. My heart rate's still running. This would be one of those days, be kind of fun to see what my heart rate output was. It wasn't through the roof, but I do always get kind of shocked, or used to. I've gone to a non-tracking device on my wrist just to kind of see how I do listening to my body. It's been kind of a fun change up. All right, bring your left leg forward. It's nice to have a tracker. You can see, whether or not you're cheating. Things that really have a big return on investment. So if you have one and use it and love it, keep with it. It's just a fun little change for me to just listen to my body, enjoy the workouts, and take a break from tracking. But I'm sure I'll come back eventually. All right, move the hips around just a bit, get some extra pull in that low back. And then we're going to shift back. The toes are going to come up. Lengthen through that leg. Pull the right hip forward. Pull the left hip back. And reach your chest toward your toes. Deep breaths. That hamstring. Okay, and then we're going to go into our pigeon. And don't worry, we're definitely going to be stretching our calves. If you didn't jump rope, I'd love to hear what you did. I need good ideas to help people. I do know a couple of you have those little aerobic steps. Those are fantastic. Super good for alternates for any of our plyometric stuff. So you can jump off and on and off of those, pitter patter those. If you did the day where we simulated a ladder training, then that would be good. Rotate your back hip toward the ground. Flex that left foot. Okay, and then we're going to switch up to the other side. Other leg comes forward. Get that back hip flexor stretch. I think like on a day like today, I also see when I'm going to do long duration jumping rope like I did. Definitely took it just steady state. Heart rate got up, build the burn. But it's definitely not the level of intensity and heart rate burst that I get when we're doing like a 1 minute burst. So it's good to notice that. Kind of already knew that if you've ever done runs or other plyometric training, the shorter the amount of time that you have, then the more effort that you find you can put into each set, or at least that's how I am. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to jump squat for 2 minutes. Then I just kind of pick a pace that's a little under my biggest push and stay there. Again, it definitely builds, but not at the intensity of, say, a Tabata. Reach that chest towards your toe. Okay, let's cross the foot over. Flex that front foot, walk your back knee back. Oh, that feels amazing. Make sure that your pelvis is squared off. So if you need a little bit of height in that hip, if you need to slide a pillow or something under, just lift so that you can get squared. And that's fine. That's better than rocking to the right. Okay, and then there's a couple different ways that you can stretch your calves. You can stand on a bench or a box or a chair and let your heels drop, or you can hit up a downward facing dog. So once you're in that down dog, drive, let's say, your right heel into the ground, then wrap your left foot around it, and then make little adjustments. So push your chest further back, maybe bend your knee a little, wherever you find the most calf stretch. You can also use a wall in the same way that I'm doing right now. Switch your feet. So you can plant your hands on a wall, and then you'd put your left leg straight behind you, push your hips back, and then drive your heel to the ground. It's all good. Stretching your calves is super important to keep from having plantar fasciitis, along with a lot of other foot or heel or ankle issues. We should probably add it in just a little more. All the calf stretching. All right. Drop onto your hips, your knees, your butt. That's what I want to say, your butt. Take a seat. You're going to go into your butterfly stretch. Interlace your hands around your toes unless you're still collapsing in the back. So, as I've said, if you put your feet together and then your back drops and droops, or maybe your knees are super high, then try putting your hands behind you and lifting a little bit. That's going to help lift your back Hopefully relax your knees. If your knees are super high in the air, sit on something. You can sit on a roller, a block, a book, a pillow, anything that'll kind of elevate the hips will give your knees a little bit more space to drop. Otherwise, if you can move your hands and still keep that lifted chest, feel free to grab around your toes and lean forward. See if you can get those knees to push into the ground or toward the ground. So I feel this stretch through my calves, inner thighs, knees, hip flexors, outsides of the glutes, and then my back, right up into my low back. Okay, sit up and then let's take a little twist. Definitely got into that mid back today. And then the other way. All right. Fantastic job. You guys are doing great. Thanks for going through the grind with me. I really appreciate it. I love hearing from you. And let's just keep it going. I'll see you tomorrow.